Alright, so in this video, I'll be teaching you how to add in objects and how to apply transformations to them. Currently, in our 3D viewport, we have the default cube alongside the camera and the point lights. But we don't need to worry about the other two for now. We can select the default cube by pressing right click or left click if that's what you have it set to, and you'll see this orange outline showing that this is your active selection. We can hold down on this mouse button and move our mouse around, which will result in the cube being moved. To add in another object in the viewport, we can go to the top here and click Add. However, as you will see through these videos, hotkeys are a more efficient way to work. Instead of going to the top and pressing Add, we can use the shortcut Shift A. This will bring the exact same menu as seen before. We have a range of different things to add. However, I'll go up to Mesh and add Monkey. You may have noticed that the monkey has appeared right in the center of my screen. This is because of where my 3D cursor is. If I left click, that will be right click for those with alternate settings. My 3D cursor will appear in that spot. Now, if I add another object, it will be placed where my 3D cursor is. I'll delete both cubes at the same time by right clicking the first cube and shift right clicking the second cube, then pressing X and deleting. So now we're only left with the monkey. Then I'll press Shift C to center my 3D cursor in the center again. We've already covered one transformation in Blender. You already know how to move an object by holding right click. Another way can be to press the G key to grab. We can confirm our placement by pressing left click, and we can cancel our movement by pressing right click. However, what you may not know is that you can lock movements onto certain axes. So if I select my monkey and press G to grab, I can freely move it anywhere. However, if I press X, followed right after pressing G, now you can see a red horizontal line, meaning that the movement is locked to the X-axis. We can do the same for the Y and the Z-axis, represented by the green and blue lines respectively. Another transformation is rotation. The shortcut for rotating anything in Blender is to use the R key. By freely moving the mouse, our object will rotate based on where we're viewing the object. Pressing R twice will enable trackball rotation mode, which is a less restrictive mode of rotating. Once again, we can lock our rotation to the X, Y, and Z axes. This doesn't work for trackball rotation. As a useful tip, for any transformation in Blender, you can manually adjust values by typing the numbers in after you've pressed the shortcut key. As an example, I will press R to rotate, Z to lock onto the Z axis, then type in 90 on my keyboard to rotate at 90 degrees. The final transformation I will mention in this video is scale. Blender hotkeys are fairly intuitive, so if you guessed S to scale, then you'd be correct. Once again, we can lock our scaling to different axes. S then X, S then Y, and S and Z. And knowing that I can manually type in numbers, I will scale the monkey by a factor of 2 on the X-axis. So I'll press S, X, and 2 to stretch out our monkey by 2 times on the X-axis. We've made plenty of transformations in this video, but what if we wanted to reset them? Well, to do that, you press Alt followed by the transformation key that you want to reset. Well, to do that, you press Alt followed by the transformation that you want to reset. So to reset location, press Alt and G. To reset rotation, press Alt and R. And to reset scale, press Alt and S.